intended to be free for a period of time.
We'll see. Yeah.
It's free, and then you buy stuff.
Yeah.
Like additional
microtransactions.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I don't fault them for that in the least.
Yeah.
And it's certainly something that consumers are willing to pay for.
Yeah.
But
if I don't want a couch in my new house, I won't pay for it.
I did like the whole thing where Jack Trenton came in. He's like, "Hey Kaz, what are you playing? Ridge Racer." That was kind of funny.
that was kind of amusing. But it's coming along. I have absolutely no idea. Like, have you guys heard about how they're going to allocate space and things like that? Because from what I understand, it is a finite amount of space. Like, so if it's
how are you gonna? I think it might be a server thing.
Yeah,
I'm not following what you mean by
like, how are you going to have that many homes, and how are you going to travel between all these homes if it's all connected? How are you going to work that?
If it literally is a finite amount of space where you say, okay, here's our area, and every person gets, but maybe when I start the game, I don't want a place in the suburbs. Maybe I want a place in downtown Manhattan apartment-esque.
Yeah.
Well, do I have to buy that, or do I have to?
What you're going to see most likely is similar to the way the EverQuest 2 home system worked. You can have a home in one of like 10 different places within Kino, say, but everybody else who wants a home there has it, and you click on the same door. For example, if you want the 5-room, the big mansion thing, you walk up to a mansion that's a place in the street, you click on the door, and you get the option, go to your house or see a list of other places you have access to. Yeah. And then you go into a virtual...
Yeah, I was going to say something like that. Sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably what you're going to see.
Okay. What else did we see, Jordan? We saw the GT concept.
Oh, God. I saw it with air quotes again. We're going to have to get like a little sound effect every time we do air quotes.
One. And what did they call it? They didn't call it GT concept.
I was half asleep, so I heard GT concept, and then I opened my eyes and I saw some graphics that were... It's streaming video, so it didn't look that great to me. I was like, Gran Turismo. Because I was watching it late at night. So.
Well, I think they should be concentrating more on getting Gran Turismo, like the...
5?
Yeah.
They keep stopping with all these little Gran Turismo HD, Gran Turismo 5 concept, and all these little stops.
Exactly. Well, stop showing me stuff you're working on. Concentrate on getting your damn game out the door.
Same thing happened in Gran Turismo 4. Eventually, Sony had to say to...
Get her done.
Polyphony.
Whatever. Yeah, but what's the head designer guy?
I don't know his name at all.
Anyways, eventually they just basically said to him, like, hey, great, you've got 650 cars now. Give us a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Forza's already shoved one out the door. Like, I don't want to say shoving out the door because it's like rushed or anything, but yeah, they've already popped that game out, and it came out at the same time. Like, the original Forza came out within a month of Gran Turismo 4, and they popped that game out already, and it looks great, plays great, has a whole bunch of online features, which Gran Turismo 5 still might not, depending on,
Depends on how
if they
how
feel
much
like
money you have.
there.
Yeah.
That too, yeah. Wonder how much the actual content on that game's going to cost. But
there's one thing we didn't cover yet.
What's that?
It's the Killzone 2 trailer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Killzone 2 trailer, which tried to emulate the one from, 2 years ago?
I think it's about 2 years ago, yeah.
The one from 2 years ago where they were saying there was all kinds of controversy because they were saying that it was in-game.
Right.
Yeah, it was, because it was before the 360 came out, too. And guys were saying, look what the PlayStation 3 is going to be able to do. And then...
And MotorStorm did the same thing.
And then, they said it as a target video.
They said, no, this is totally running on what we think the hardware will be like. And
exactly.
Yeah, and then you found out afterwards that it was actually a CG trailer.
It took a week. It took a week for them to finally admit, after constantly saying this was running on PS3s, like the entire week, and then finally a week later they're like, maybe it was a little bit,
Yeah, but so they released a video that essentially almost... I want to say almost shot for shot was the same as that one from 2 years ago.
It was for the first couple minutes.
In-game, there's no doubt about it, is running on
PS3, yeah.
Actually, apparently there was actually a guy on stage that you didn't see that was playing the game. So, like, that opening scene, that cinematic, and then when he's actually...
it was so chopped up at the end, though. Like, there was gameplay shots. And then I did see videos on game trailers of, like, the actual, after, like, the little video stops. I've seen some guy playing it.
Yeah, so...
But it looked really good.
It looks good. Of course, it looks nowhere near the Target video.
I think it's not.
For all the fanboys out there that were like defending the PlayStation 3, saying no, that's what it's gonna look like. Yeah,
but
wrong.
this is the exact opposite of the spectrum for the 360 fanboys who were like, "See, this game looks terrible. It's like anything. Like, it still looks really freaking good." So
it does look good.
But the only thing is, like, I seen the gameplay video after on game trailers.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything special about it.
No.
He walked up and he, ducked behind cover and he shot some dudes.
The fire effects look nice.
Yeah.
Outside of
fire
that, I
effects
mean,
doesn't affect
it
gameplay.
looks good, but it's not.
I think someone referenced on when I was reading Joystick on the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Someone had brought up a good point where there was a point where it was the big two were Half-Life 2 and Doom 3, and these are the big games coming out.
Yep.
And Half-Life 2 just got shot up and everyone loved it, and Doom 3 got good response, but
yeah.
Doom 3 didn't do anything special, so no one really latched onto that game for a long time.
But no, it's going to be. I mean, for the PS3, I mean, it's going to be. I mean, they've had Resistance, but this is the next big shooter.
Yeah.
First-person shooter title that they've got coming out. They've got a huge
Haze.
fan base for the Killzone series.
Yeah.
A lot of guys waiting on this game to come out. It's a game that, in my opinion, again, is could be a system seller.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's the release date on that. Did you hear anything in terms of
Not
release?
this year.
No, still.
Did you? Yeah, they said 2008 at the end of the trailer.
Wow.
Did you? How well did the original Killzone sell? Did it sell? I know it was a greatest hits. I don't know if it was.
Yeah, no, it sold good.
Doesn't take much to get the greatest hits anymore.
Yeah, that's what I found with the new generation. So every game's greatest hits. Every
PlayStation 2. On PlayStation 2 to get your greatest hits, you got to sell 400,000 copies on a system with 100 million systems having been sold.
And it has to be out for 9 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, like on 360, I've noticed like every Disney Pixar game or whatever, they're always greatest hits.
Well, you on a Microsoft system, you'll need 200,000 sold within 9 months to become their platinum.
Yeah.
So I mean, what does it take? Like, everybody sells 200,000 copies.
Oh,
I wouldn't say that.
Well, you got to be pretty crappy to not if you're a Disney game anyway.
I remember I was
If you're a
happy.
Disney title, yeah.
I remember I was happy seeing that Shadow of the Colossus won greatest hits, not because it's cheap, but knowing that it sold 400,000 units because Eco sold nothing.
Yeah.
So I was really glad to see that they are actually getting
I like to call it Ico.
I don't really care. I played it for like 2 hours and it wasn't that. Well,
really?
I could see how it was good, but I didn't. I just.
For the time, it was.
I don't want to say I didn't give it a chance. I just didn't. At the time, I had other stuff to play, so I just kind of.
I find it amazing they created 2 languages for that game.
Yeah.
There's English, there's Japanese, and then there's these 2 created languages. One in subtitles and one in speech.
Exactly. What else? What else did we see coming out of Sony? Then, Jordan, help me out here. What were the big things? We've got. They showed the Metal Gear Solid 4 trailer. They've got the timed exclusive, we think, on the UT3. Price drop, that was beforehand. GT concept. Killzone. Killzone. That's what you meant by your little note here.
I think I may have copied it and just like, because I went to the bottom and copied up, I think I probably just missed the zone.
Yeah. But, I mean, the Sony press conference as well, I mean, the home stuff we covered as well, but it was all 3 really played it. There was nothing and I guess it's one of those timed things too. Everybody has their consoles out. There's really nothing that they're going to show that hasn't been published somewhere or anything like that, or leaked underground.
Like you say, it's timing thing because either it's going to be released this holiday season, or it's barely in development. You're going to have like a small trailer. It's not really a good time to show off something that's coming out later in 2008 because
Resident Evil 5 trailer was shown.
That was a Microsoft, I think.
I was just going to say at the Microsoft one. I don't know if we talked about that. That looks really good. That's coming out on both 360 and PS3. Any other? I mean, outside of that,